Truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Of INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. I am one of your hosts for this evening, Sister Janae, from the local congregation of Eva Beach. It is so happy to be here again on a beautiful Aloha Friday. I am not alone. I do have another co-host with me and our lovely guest. But before we introduce our lovely guest, my co-host, what is your name? What is your local? And what is fun fact about you?
Oh no, do not ask me a fun fact. I don't know any. I don't have any fun fact. But good morning, good evening, and a very good evening again. Time check. It is 10:02 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Welcome to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. We're so glad that you're here, and it looks like we're frozen there on the meet, MEET, not MEAT, right? Meet. So let's check here if we're okay. Double checking. But we shall see if we're there. But regardless, if you see us or not, welcome to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. And it seems like our Wi-Fi is just a little bit slow. We hope that you will bear with it. Regardless, I'm Brother Joshua Galang. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. And welcome back to another episode of INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. Sister Janae, how are you today?
I'm okay.
What's a fun fact for you?
My project.
Wow.
I had a project.
What's the
I had
project?
to record data on over 300 sheep on Tuesday. Fun fact.
Wow.
That is a lot of sheep.
You said how many sheep?
Over 300. No,
Over-
400.
Over 400? No, I heard it was like you did like 500 sheep, right?
Wow.
I was like, where do you find that much sheep in one
You
place?
just found them running amok.
So actually, the solar panels going on the H2?
Yeah.
So
you know
they
where
graze
YPO is.
under the solar panel. Yeah. Not all of them, but some of them.
Mhm.
So pretty cool. Anyways, enough about me. Thank you, Brother Josh, for asking me
Ask
how
me a
my
fun
day
fact.
was.
Ask me a
That a
fun
fun
fact.
fact, it's good that we brought that up today. Because
Yeah.
usually we don't get asked that.
Yeah. Ask me a fun fact.
What? Oh yeah, what's a fun fact?
I don't know actually. Fun fact about me.
Your middle name is what?
My second name is Christopher.
Brother
No
Christopher.
one knows that. My name is Joshua Christopher. Would you like my social security sheet?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. It is Joshua Christopher Ventura Line. So JCVG. Pretty cool. That's my fun fact. What's my fun fact? My name.
Nice aloha shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It's from That's sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But you know what?
Anyways,
It's
sorry.
not about me. It's not about you. It's actually about the guests that we have here today. Oh, look at she already tried up the shaka. Sister Janae, how about you introduce our guest here in blue?
Well, actually, I have to introduce yourself.
What?
Sis, can I have your name, social security, name, logo,
Credit card.
543.
fact about you.
Hello po, my name is, I shook him off.
Wow.
Jocelyn Ramos from the locale of Kalihi.
Kalihi.
And I see everybody watching from Kalihi. Hello po, thank you for supporting. And a fun fact about me, I can speak multiple languages, but I'm still learning Tagalog, so don't ask me.
Okay, so you know how to speak Tagalog.
Konti lang po, konti
yeah.
lang.
Kunti lang. What are the languages that you speak?
Japanese, Korean,
6?
English, Ilocano. Does
Oh.
Pigeon count?
Pigeon count. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So
Five?
I
5.
remember 2014. That's when I think it was 2014. I forget. Sometime in around that time, it was recognized as an official language. So
Pigeon?
yeah, Pigeon. So we're bilingual, technically, and you are. 2, 3,
Can you
4,
give
5,
us a
6, 7.
sample
Yeah,
of
yeah.
each language?
Oh, what time is it in these places? I don't know.
Let's check.
Let's check.
Let's
Okay, I'll
check.
check.
I have a
South
Japan
Korea,
clock.
and then you can check there. Let's see. Let's see. Um,
In Japan, it is. Oh, I'm joking. I don't have a Japan clock.
that's okay. Actually, Japan and Korea are in the
Same.
same time. You trick us, huh? How about in Japanese? You say that it is 10:07 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and
10
then
on this
for
thing.
Korean, you can say it's 5 o'clock, 5:07 p.m.
It's PM over there.
over there. Yeah.
5 p.m. Oh, okay. You gotta run me through that one more time because I get memory of Dory. I got
Okay. Good. You like do Korean first? You like do Japanese first?
either one.
Okay, Korean first. It is 5:07 p.m. in Korea.
5:07.
So excited. Sorry.
Architect South Korea. Anyway. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 지금은 한국에서 5분 10분입니다. 반갑습니다.
Ah,
I mixed it. Sorry, I'm nervous.
that's okay. That's
It's
okay.
okay.
You know why?
I didn't know. Like,
'Cause we
I
don't-
thought you were correct.
No, that's
so-
why it's so funny when people ask me to do sample. I get all like, I could have given you like my Genki order. And then
That's what
sorry for not sponsored,
Yeah, not-
but
not
please
sponsored, not
visit
sponsored.
if you are in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's so cool. Okay,
Oh,
how
that is
about
cool,
how about Japanese?
What do I like? I say Hawaii time.
Yeah, Hawaii time is
But
10:08
it's-
p.m.
PM over there too, yeah.
Yes, PM over there too.
こんにちは、皆さん、日本で、はじめまして。ハワイに、you just told me I forgot the time already.
10:08.
10時8分です。
So cool. Amazing.
I can do the train station too, yeah.
Oh, the train station. Yeah.
When no?
Bing bong.
Or the crosswalk sound.
Bing, 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 bing. I haven't been to Japan, only through the anime, if that counts. But
Never mind.
Only through the anime. I think that counts.
That counts.
Yeah. We all do
Tokyo Station でございます。
that. Well, that's cool. We're gonna
That was
do the
cool.
rest of the show
In
in another language, Tagalog.
pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon
Oh,
Tagalog.
pigeon. Oh, imagine that.
How do you do
I
that?
don't know.
Just how great Neighbor Island, they throw it in there. Or
Hmm.
I don't know if he's watching. Karoy can attest to that in the Neighbor Islands, and
Hmm.
he can probably sample if.
Yeah, Koroi can sample. Speaking of Koroi, actually, he messaged down in the YouTube, as Brother Jordan says, from Koroi Caldejon. He says, "Good evening, brethren!" Double exclamation point. Happy Aloha Friday, po. Shout out to Sister Trisha from the local congregation of Kalihi.
Kalihi.
Wow. What train
That was-
station that one?
Kalihi train station.
For real. No can. Hey, you know the rail actually makes a noise when it's passing by? If it,
Chow.
It's the trigger.
Brother Josh, what's
making noises.
What?
It's like or something like that.
Like a
When it-
tune?
Yeah, it's interesting. When it passes by my house, sometimes it used to do it all the time when they were testing it, but now when it's actually up and running, it rarely does it. But it's just
Because it's normal for like Japanese or Asian trains to make sound, but not like German. Bro, all I hear is duk, 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 duk.
I think that's the sound of the train.
It makes a. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
See, the more you know. Educational and funny on INC Radio.
Wow, educational and fun. There you go. You know, speaking of educational, I think that's actually something that we're going to be talking about today. Isn't that right, Sister Trisha?
Yeah.
If we get to it.
Yeah, if we get to them. Hey, you know what? Before that, let's read some comments that came from the people.
Do you need help, brother? I have my glasses. It's
Yeah,
actually...
Oh,
you
she
have
has
your glasses.
glasses.
You want to read? Let's read. Hey, here you go.
Oh yes, with the Zoom. Thank
Yeah,
you.
with the Zoom. Okay. Which one do you want to read first?
Um,
You know, let's look for someone from Kalihi. Uh, Kalihi, where you stay?
they're working. They're on, but they're working.
Yeah. See, you know, you can just put us in the background. That's okay. Let's start off right over here at the first one. The person who commented down. They're from Kalaheo. What they say? What they say?
That's okay.
Yeah.
Vermont po. Aloha to all brethren of Hawaii Pacific. Hashtag KAL. Thank you for viewing po.
There you go. He's also shouting out to Clinton Ka-Urds on the island of Hawaii. Ka-Urds is the one commenting down now. Happy Friday. Oh, no, sorry, he didn't say happy. He said Aloha Friday po to all the brethren worldwide, especially in the District of Hawaii Pacific. Greetings po from the local of Lehue. There you go. From
Hawaii to
Joshua
Lehue.
Monaco. Aloha from the local congregation of Waikiki. Ka-Irwin, who's in front of us right now, says, happy viewing po, brethren, and welcome to our INC Radio. Hashtag HNL. And then his special someone, Kadrea, she says, good evening po, period. Happy viewing, period. Hashtag HNL. There you go.
With the punctuation.
Yeah, with the punctuation. You know, you gotta let them know, And then Ka-Irwin also said, greetings po to Kajem and Kador. Thank you for leading us in our District of Hawaii Pacific. Also, greetings to our guest sister, Trisha Lynn Ramos from Kalihi. He also said, wow, this pizza is really good. Okay. Wow.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, pizza.
Pizza.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. There's a lot of people commenting down. We see you, we hear you, we are reading from you. Wahiwa,
Double
Lehue.
beach.
Atatea is commenting. Brother Dundee saying hello. Kadante saying hello. Sister Michelle Monaco, she's saying thank you for turning in po. And then she's saying it directly to the family. Cristobal family. There you go. Thank you for turning in. There you go. Oh, Cristobal family. That's actually their name. their account name is Cristobal family. There you go. Coming, Daniel Martinez says, happy viewing po to our district supervisor minister, Brother Jem and family from hashtag Eva.
Eva Beach.
There you go. Carol Suna says, Brother Joshua Christopher Glenn, welcome. Why is my social security number here? No, Coming, Daniel is saying, hello, Brother Joshua Christopher. A lot of people are coming down. Again, for Roy commented down. Kanate, Sister Jolina, Kafinli de Gala. Oh, de Galang? No, I'm joking.
Sister Weda.
Sister
Oh,
Wed.
Aloha Friday po. Hashtag WHA.
There you go.
Oh, Manang Dixie. She's
Wow.
repping.
Corey Jean Caldejon, what's she saying? What's she say?
We love you, Sister Trisha.
Wow.
Yes, so,
Irwin actually commented the amount of languages that you speak. So that's 5. 5. Pidgin,
Yeah.
English, Japanese,
Korean, Ilocano.
Oh, Ilocano. You speak Ilocano.
Ilocano English.
I love
Wow.
that.
Yeah. 5 languages. That's really cool. So you know, our show originally was about what is Nihongo for French fries. Well, I say French fries.
You're gonna laugh, po. It's because it's a foreign thing.
Mm.
It's French fries and a Japanese accent.
Mm.
So, wait, you can literally say fried potato.
Oh, fried potato.
Do you go to the 7-Eleven, you go in the front, you're like, fried potato, onegaishimasu, and they will give you French fries. It's amazing.
that.
Fried potato. There you go.
Fried
you go,
chicken.
Tateo. Oh, from King Soliman. He says, happy viewing, brethren, watching from KL.
Oh, he's
Huh?
there.
Okay. All right. King, we miss you. We love you, folks. Let's move on. You know, today we were speaking about the different things that our brethren do. And our brethren today is Sister Trisha. And we're talking about today teaching children in early development. Now that title does not give it away, so that's perfect because we're going to ask her what she does actually. But thank you again for being here on the show. We're already underway We're excited to see what you are going to be talking about today. Sister Trisha, we're going to start off with this question
Okay.
for you, just so that the brethren here can know, and also us, so that we know your official job title. What is your current position in your workplace?
So I am a lead toddler teacher. So that means I am in charge of 16 2 to 3 year olds.
16 of them.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Just every day is Miss Chicha, Miss Chicha, Miss Chicha. It sounds
Okay,
tiring, but
okay,
it's bro. And then they all, it's just like, yeah, a lot of people is just like, what is it teaching like 2 year olds? Or, like some people are like, they're babies. What do they know? What do they do? And it's like, it'll surprise you the things they pick up and they know, or like how quick, and like and ironically, the school I work at is like Japanese based.
Wow.
Yeah. So my kids, as of right now, well, we've been schooling since August. They're reading right now.
You're reading.
Really like basic stuff, just like the cat, in the box, or like blue and green, like, but they're there.
That's so cool.
Is that normal for
Yeah.
3-year-olds?
State of Hawaii, reading starts when you're in kindergarten, so like 5 to 6.
Mm.
You went to preschool, right?
I did go to preschool.
They teach you how to read.
You know, I don't remember learning at all.
Right now,
I will tell you this. I remember like having days where we spent outside playing, water slide like that. We did a lot of different things, like keep us moving, playing around. We played with Play-Doh. It's not sponsored, but we played with Play-Doh. I don't know how to work with that. We played with Play-Doh, got in trouble for that actually. I was going like this and they were like, time out. I still remember that. Yeah, preschooler. Yeah, I know. Imagine that. We ate different kinds of food. But I don't remember learning. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy because not to give away our age, but like when we were in like preschool, it's just like you mostly played and then like you barely remember academics. But it's crazy. Like they can like sit for half an hour and we do like circle time, and they can tell me the weather, the day, the month. Yeah, and then
Japanese.
they're learning that. Half of them are learning that, but yeah, because
Really?
majority of them are from Hawaii, and then yeah, we, as young as they are, we have exchange students too. So we have schools in Canada. We're gonna open one in Philippines, Australia, and Japan. So they all we have Japanese and Canadian children come visit us and mix and
that's
match.
actually really cool. And they go into your classroom too.
Yeah, and they're all just like, oh, and they're so cute. Oh, Hawaii, oh, and it's just like the smallest normal thing to us. They're just like in love with it. Yeah, like, or we go outside and because Hawaii, the chickens everywhere. Yeah, like, hey. It's just like, oh, and the chicken is just as big as them, but they just like chat, like, oh, I want to touch it. No.
I want to touch.
So many, like, yeah. And all the Canadian children, they're not used to like how warm it is over here.
Oh yeah.
But they don't care. Like they're just like they're having the time of their life. They're like, I want more water, and then they just go run and play. And it's interesting to see like, you never would have think, right? Japanese children, Canadian children, and children from Hawaii, all 2-3-year-old, just hanging out, having a blast just because their school let them, kind of thing. Yeah,
that's actually really cool. Where is your
where are we located?
Yeah, where are you located?
We are in Hawaii Kai, kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but if anybody knows the area, it's by the town center. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, when I went for my interview, I passed the school twice because
really?
I couldn't.
Oh,
yeah, because it's like 7-Eleven, big field, and then town center. I was like, I missed it, didn't I? And I kept making circles, and then I finally get there, and my director, she's like, haha, you missed the entrance, didn't you? I was like, yeah. It is a big school, I think. Yeah, because we have, oh my gosh, about like 40 kids enrolled. So yeah, from like 1-year-old to 5-year-olds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And 16 of them are your students.
16 wonderful little children.
Wow, that's great descriptions. Wonderful adjectives that you use there. You mentioned the different studying styles that we have. You spoke about how you are actually having them read already.
Mhm.
That's curriculum that comes from the school. That's your own that you do.
That's Japan.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, so even though we have Canada here and whatever,
yeah,
we follow Japan. So the only thing that really changes is like the seasons. Like in Japan, they start school in April.
right.
We start in August. So when they start, and the first thing they learn is like seasons, cherry blossoms, and like I guess like how seasons change and how they affect where we live. Versus in Hawaii, the first thing we learn about in August is like, oh, this is me, this is my community, and but everything else is Japan. So like, yeah, they know their phonics, the alphabet, they can count their letter shapes. Like they just it boggles my mind to even talk about this like every day for
Yeah.
half an hour. It's like, what is the weather? What number is this? What is to like? And sometimes I'll joke with them and be like, today is Saturday, and they'll be like, no, then we wouldn't be here. And I'm like, you do know, so what day is it? And they're like, Monday. I'm like, yeah. And sometimes I have to go check my watch, but like today.
What is
Or
today?
like I woke up thinking, like, oh, today's Monday. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So the kids are responsive, even in those 30 minutes. They're responsive.
Yeah, and they're also very independent because like you think back to like when we were 2 3 years old, it was just like what were we doing? But them, they can grab, they can put away their, so when they come in, they have to put away their backpack, their lunch bag, their water bottle, change their shoes, and then their nap mat, and then
Not that.
yeah, they have like, well, they sleep on cots. It's elevated off the floor, but they have their own like little cubby, and then they have to roll out the nap mat, and then they take off their shoes for nap, and then for like lunch or anything we do, they can grab their own bags. They can also be like, oh, I need a water refill, or like, or can I have milk, please? Like they're very independent. Like I don't remember or think I was like that at that age, but yeah.
I don't. I
I don't
remember.
remember anything like that. I never praised
I
them.
remember like singing songs.
Right,
That
you
was
just they're
it.
just like,
I don't even think like
That's why I got time out.
I never knew how to tie my shoes yet.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Took me a long time to tie my shoes too. It was like elementary.
Yeah, it's crazy. Or like, even before we went on, oh, we're in spring break now, but before we went on break, they were like learning how to hold a pencil and scissors.
Oh, whoa.
What?
2
Yeah,
3-year-olds or 1 to 5-year-old holding scissors.
yeah. Like it's the kid safe one, but
Yeah.
still like because and yeah, it's crazy how Japan like they'll have we do activities
Mhm.
and they'll be like, oh, cut out the fruit and paste it into the basket, and they can.
We can do that?
I give them crayons, whatever they want, and scissors, and then I just like I supervise them, but they're pretty much they do it on their own, and then like I'm all done, and then we take a picture, we send it to mom and dad, and that's practically my morning right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long is this go? Is it 8 to 3 usually? 8 to 3?
Depending on the parents' preference, but we're open from 6:30 to 5:30,
Mm.
so they can stay that long, or like most of them like they follow how like the public schools would be, so like they come in at 8 and they leave at like 2 or 1:30.
Mm.
So seeing that we work with 16 wonderful kids,
Mm.
2 to 3, just every day, 6:30 to 5, what continues to keep you motivated, to work with such young children?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
That is
question
a good
because a lot of people, they kind of like, even my friends who are in education, they're just like, they're so young. How do you, stay with them that long? Or like, how do you have energy? And like, I will admit, like any job, like you do get tired, or there's days where you just like, you feel it. But like, it's just the joy of having them there. Or like most of my job, I'm just playing. And like, oh, I get paid to play with Play-Doh. I get paid to go
That's
run
awesome.
in a playground and chase away chickens. I
Hey.
yeah, or I get like I'm being goofy with them during circle times. It's like, what is this? What is that? Is it really Friday? And I get paid to do that. And like at the end of the day, like they don't want to go home. Like they're like, hi mom, give me like 5 minutes. And then right, they don't quite understand time yet, but they'll get the 5 minutes and then they'll be like, no, 5 minutes. And I think that's what keeps me going back. It's just like I'm having the time of my life, and they're also like having fun. And the thing is, you don't notice. So like you ask them, like I was being really silly, but like, oh, they know all their alphabets, their numbers. Some of them can count past 20,
Mm.
and like and in order, and
Wow.
yeah, they know so much, and it's just like, I get paid to have fun. I think that's what keeps me going back.
I think that's a great work arrangement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing things. So you know the quote, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Right.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I've been on break, and I was just like, oh, I'm bored. I wanna like yeah,
Wow.
like I mean, it's fun. Like you do have to rest and take care of your body, and
Mhm,
then
mhm.
do all these things. But I was just like, and then all I can think about is just like, oh, how many chickens will be on our playground when we go back, and what are we gonna find? What are we gonna do? What am I gonna talk about when we go back and all that? And or even I seen one of the kids at Alamana, and I was just like, hi, and they're like, why are you not in the school? But it's interesting, and it's like, yeah, and kind of funny you brought up that quote. It doesn't feel like I'm working. It's like every day I'm just going to play for 8 hours, and then I go home.
Mm. You feel like you grew a bond with these children?
Yeah, because I mean, like kind of like, I guess, like another quote, like every day you don't see changes, but then you look back and you're just like, oh, yeah. So, like, when I remember we first started school, it was just, I don't want to be here, no. And then, yeah, it's turned into, can you play with me? No, I don't want to go home yet. Can you? And then it's always, yeah. And then, like, it's always, Miss Trisha. Like, I can never have a moment, like, even I'll like break away for a moment and be like, I have to go potty. Okay, I'll be right back. And then they're right by the door, just like,
Are you done?
yeah, I was like, go back in the classroom. I'll be right back. And they're just like, we're waiting for you. I was like, why? I'm right here. And it's crazy because like these little children who at first was like, who are you? I don't know. And to have also too, I think a lot of educators don't like really talk about this, but like this is someone's child, or like these families are entrusting you with like their biggest gift,
Mm.
and you get to all you do is just play around and be goofy, and then when at the end of the day and be like, oh, I was playing but I know green and pink and purple, and yeah, I know people on break and be like, she's crazy for saying this, but I'm ready to go back to work.
Mm.
Oh, I'm not. Traffic.
Oh, yeah, traffic. How's traffic?
It's not, oh well, okay, so commuting from Kalihi to East Side is, I've learned to love it.
Mm.
It's not as clear as going, like West Side, it's more clear per se. But yeah, because you go name the highways. Well, H1, you get little stop go, and then Kalani Ana Ule.
Ooh, I know that highway though.
Wow.
Over there, yeah, because then
Yeah.
you stop, and at first I was just like, oh, like this is the furthest job I've ever had in my whole 10-year career.
Mm.
And yeah, I was spoiled. I was like, the furthest I ever went is like downtown, and it's like what, 10 minutes
Mm.
on a bad day. But yeah, like and sometimes I was like, oh, traffic, but I've learned to love it because once I finally hit Hawaii Kai, like, oh, there's the beach, there's the ocean, or like, and
Yeah.
it's like wide and open, and everything is just so like green, and you're just like,
That's me when I pass Punahou. No ocean. It's not as wide as Waikai, but that's where it just opens up. And I'm like, thank you.
right, like, and if you hit traffic after Puno, it's like, oh, something would happen.
Yeah, yeah. You know already. You know it already. So like seeing that you actually enjoy being at work. You love playing with the kids. Wonderful kids.
Wonderful kids. 2 to 3 year olds.
I know you answered this next question that I'm about to ask, but
Mhm.
what is another thing that you would look forward to going to work when you go to work? Most. Yeah,
Above
look forward
all.
to most.
Honest, like it sounds really childish in a way, but recess.
Mm.
Just cause like there's like I mean, there's we have like circle time and like all these standards they have to meet and do, and like that's kind of restricting. But I like how Japan gives them time to learn, but time to be a kid,
Ooh.
right? Like it's no one which way or like one focus. So and yeah, we our playground time is actually one in the morning and one in the afternoon for an hour, and we have an outdoor playground, and like right in the middle of Hawaii Kai of all places. So like, and it's funny because like I'll just be like, oh, like we're learning they call it sight words. So like we're learning and it's like, okay, give me the password. What is the sight word? And then they'll be like, and then we just run around for half an hour, and then yeah, and it's just like, see, they remembered, and they they don't see it as like learning, like, oh, slip it in every now and then, just be like, what is this, what is that, what is that, then they'll answer it right away. And then and like it's yeah, like I know I keep saying this, so like I love that my job is just being goofy for
Mhm.
8 hours a day.
That's great. And you know what? The answer that you gave right now and the answer that you also previously gave before that actually already talks about what we're going to be asking in this very next question, which is good. This is great.
So you can tell I'm a teacher.
Oh yeah, I can. You say reading the question now, so you're answering it.
Oh no, I cannot see the far.
Oh yeah.
When I'm like,
Look at this, huh? Hello, my name is Sissy. Nah.
what is that line?
What is this? What is that?
Oh, I wasn't ready for that.
What's the sight word? So in this question, you spoke about, um, especially in the Japanese curriculum,
Mhm.
they give them time to learn, but they also give them time to be children. These are 1 to 5 years old.
Mhm.
They perhaps don't they can't deal as well as how high schoolers, middle
Mhm.
schoolers are used to that long time of just in the classroom studying, right? So I wanted to ask you this: for you guys, school, or you personally as a teacher, in what ways does your classroom promote learning through play, while taking into consideration the different signs, or rather stages, rather, of development that your students are going through?
Ooh. Okay, I love that you acknowledge that though, because yeah, like a lot of people, they're just like 2 to 3. What is that? Or it's just like, oh, like what they don't understand that different things happen at different times. And actually, before we did this, or when he was right in front of us, he pointed out like there's a lot of emotional things that happen at that age, and I was like, that's very important for like not just parents, but like adults in general to understand. And sometimes, yeah, I have to stop circle time because somebody's sad that mommy had to go to work, or because we have children who are like born in August, like they catch on really quick, and like those who are born like later on, like they're not that quick, or they're more like shy.
Mm.
So part of my job is kind of be like, I have multiple hats. Like, yes, I'm a teacher, but like I'm also the nurse, I'm also a psychologist. So like second mommy, because some like they come right, especially when I come back from break, and they're just gonna be like, I'm tired, I don't wanna. And I can't just be like, all right, we're learning today, like I can't ignore that. And a lot of things too, especially when you turn 2 to 3, you're figuring out your feelings.
Mm.
So like right, you don't know, like you can't differentiate at that age, like upset, sad, frustrated. You just know, oh, this is yucky
Mhm.
and this is not yucky. That's
Mm.
all you know.
Yeah.
So I have to sometimes, like they'll be sensitive, like mom or dad went on a work trip, and then they'll just a friend will like rush past them, and they'll be like, and we have to just kind of like, okay, what's going on? Are you hurt? No. Okay, what? And then we have to break it down for them, and I have to explain all like these big feelings to them, and it's okay. So I think, yeah, like to like you were saying, asking how to like promote is, I have to take a step back and like focus on their individual needs, but also like read the room, how they feel as a group. And some days it's they don't want to do curriculum, we just have a dance party and we blow bubbles. Other days it's just like, I'm not feeling it, I rather go color. That's cool, yeah, and I color with them, and yeah. So it's all about going, yes, we have a curriculum to uphold, but it's also about going by feeling and acknowledging how they feel.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
that's very important at such a young age because if they realize that, from what I've noticed, I feel
Mm.
like when, um, like you're literally, what is that word? You're literally helping that child grow into the
Yeah.
person that they're becoming right now, and I feel like that's a very important thing to really teach children is to allow them to or acknowledge their feelings, telling
Mhm.
them and asking them what's happening, are you okay? I feel like that's very important. What do you think, Brother Josh?
Oh no, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I said this in a previous show with another teacher, Sister Marie. Um, we spoke about how children, especially the young ones, they're so susceptible to the world. They're
Mhm.
learning a lot, especially what you said. That's where they learn their emotions. Now, how do children learn? They learn a lot through examples.
Mhm.
They see the world and they kind of copy it, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to take a child that's frustrated, angry, whatever they're feeling, the yucky feelings, right? And you deal with it in a way that is negative, that is also how they're gonna
Yeah.
deal with it later on in their life. Right?
100%.
If they're like, I don't feel like doing this today, and the teacher comes in, too bad, we're gonna study today. What's that gonna make them feel about education in general? They're gonna hate it. They're gonna hate school. They're gonna hate teachers. So I think that's really important, especially as a teacher. You gotta make them love learning,
Yeah.
make
Mhm.
them love having that balance as well, right?
Yeah. Balance is definitely.
Yeah.
Snaps.
I was like, no, I'm just so surprised. Like a lot of people outside of education think, oh, you're just playing, or like, oh, you're having fun, or you're just you go do recess. But like to see and understand, like, oh, other people know that, and yeah, like even sometimes too, I have to go like with other adults and be like, do you feel yucky or not yucky? And like I have to help them, and it's just like it's crazy, and but then like it's so weird in a way how like what I'm doing in the classroom can translate to outside.
Mm.
But are you feeling yucky right now, brother or
Me?
sister? No, how are you feeling?
Yucky. I did a lot of things today.
But that's spot on.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have to wake up early.
I don't feel like being here.
Exactly.
That's not me right now. That's an example.
Example. It's just an
Curve is like,
example. Well, so like,
Hmm.
yes, you are with kids Monday to Friday, right?
Mhm.
You're with them every day, but
Mhm.
you're not really with them at home.
Right.
Mhm.
You're with them for a certain amount of time. So how can parents implement learning through play while at home?
Oh,
That's a good question.
that is a good question. Yeah, and actually, I'm really happy. Like a lot of the parents do ask that. They're like, how do you do that? How do you, and then like it seemed silly to them at first, but it's totally doable. Like when like you can go out and be like, oh, what color is the Costco sign?
Mm.
Or what color is the, like we'll tell mom and dad, or like, yeah, we're learning the letter C, S, and T. And if so, when they go to the store, be like, oh, can you point it out? And then if they do point it out, they'll be like, oh, here, your favorite snack or your favorite treat, whatnot. And then they can even, like any, honestly, just talk to your kids and throw it in there. Like it's even like, be like, oh, what plant is that? Like, I don't know if you can see Brother Josh's shirt, but not sponsored.
What is that? I'm very young.
Don't ask me about it. Just I thought it was
What is
pretty.
that?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking him.
Oh, hibiscus.
Because it's in yellow.
I think that's just the color.
I don't
of
even
the-
know what's there on mine, for be honest.
I think that's imperial.
What flower it is?
White flower.
Oh, white flower. Wow, this one yellow flower. What was that? Blue flower.
Blue flower.
Oh, see?
See, and then right there, so right there, your kid picked. I know I was silly. Your kid picked up like colors, words, and then socially they understand. Or like, oh, like you gotta think and let somebody talk, and be like, oh, you gotta process, right? Because kids sometimes they're just like, I have to tell you something.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, yep, understood nothing. Yep. But yeah, they learn so much, just like academically, socially, and they're like little adults, I would say.
Yeah, usually when I talk to a kid, I just talk to them like they're an adult too.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
how I talk.
Exactly, and that helps them a lot. Or like it, but there's always those like cute and funny moments. So like, if
Yeah.
you guys ever have to help like CWS during events, and they're like, "Oh, do you want the yellow shave ice or the blue shave ice?" And be like, "Yes, po." And then you're like, "Wait, one more time, yellow or blue
Still do
one?"
that.
Right? And then they're like, "Yes," and he's
Yeah.
like, and you have to, and then you're like, "Okay, let me break it down. Let me show you."
Mm.
And then the older ones will be like, "Oh, what flavor?" And then you can explain to them and talk to them, and like, boom, that was like a lesson right there in one. And then
Yeah.
but I still, yeah, I always bring up that example. It cracks me up because you're like 1 or 2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super salad. Yeah.
Rice.
I'll take the super salad.
Super salad.
Yeah, super
Oh,
salad.
must be very super.
Yeah, super.
I haven't heard that long time.
I know,
Super
yeah.
salad.
Oh my
What
god.
is super salad?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that next time I go to a restaurant. Be like, yep.
Yep.
Super salad. I like
Yes,
that one.
please. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, those are the questions that we had for you today. Very interesting hearing about your job and how, because we heard from Sister Jessa as well when she was teaching before. Uh, the difference is that we see how the countries actually run their education system.
Yeah.
Right, and
Japanese
the
curriculum,
different
American.
age groups too. And yeah,
Yeah.
I give her credit because she would correct me if I'm wrong, Jessa. She teaches, I think, like, yeah, like English, or like she's in high school.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different, ballpark. And compared to like, yeah, I think all the teachers I've been on, like, we're all from different, like public or private and schools and grade levels, but like we're all the same person.
Mm.
Shout out Sister Jessa, by the way.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I like that. I like that. Good one. Good one. Good one.
Shout out to all the teachers we had on INC.
Shout out to all of the teachers.
Right. Enjoy your break po. Bring coffee Monday. Make sure to leave early. Don't catch traffic.
Yeah, leave early. That's important. Sister Jess. No,
Yeah, leave early.
yeah, leave
Don't
early.
wanna be caught in traffic.
Miss, you just got here. Some days it's
Oh.
like you're on time. Yeah. We actually have a comment from Kajem and Kaador.
Oh,
Kaador says, "Arigato." What did he say?
Arigato
What he said,
gozaimasu.
"Arigato gozaimasu, brethren." It's on my photo over here. We screenshotted it so that we didn't lose it.
oh,
Yeah,
wait, like
right
he's
there. Wow, he wrote them in Japanese.
Oh,
You see that?
he's a oh yeah. So the word for somebody who knows more than
Hmm.
4 languages, that's called a polyglot.
Yeah.
So I think that's what could or most of our ministers are, because they're so well traveled. Yeah. So I mean, they speak English. They have to learn Tagalog. They get assigned somewhere. They learn, Carwin learned Pidgin, and
Yeah.
so I guess we could say all the.
How's it?
How's it
That was it.
with the? So I can see that our ministers are polyglots, and I guess
Yeah.
Shout out
Ooh.
Kador.
Shout out Kaador. Yeah, Polygon. Polygon him.
Polyglot.
Yeah. There you go.
hashtag polyglot.
Yeah. Now, Kajem, his comment. I'm not going to use my name. He wrote my name, but we're going to do Erwin's name instead.
What?
She says, Sister Trisha, how do you say Brother Erwin is handsome in Japanese?
Ooh. Well, there's different levels of like how you address somebody.
Yeah. What's the highest? No,
Yeah, no, like formalities, like yo, they reach like different levels, but like like what you hear typically or like basically is like san. So and they go by last name.
Mm.
So we're calling Carwin by his last name.
Okay.
You can say, or well, I'll just say what like their name, and then is wa, and then for men to say like they're cool or they're like they're handsome. Is that what Kajem said?
That's what Kajem said, yes.
Is kakoi. Kakoi for men. And then yeah, for women, if you want to say like they're beautiful, then it's so you can say to your wife po.
Erwin. See you later.
It's kirei.
Kirei.
Mhm. But don't worry if you get them mixed up. It's a learning process.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say interchangeable, but you gonna learn. You gonna learn.
Yeah, no, like funny story about that. Like my friend is learning Japanese and the word for cute is kawaii,
Mm,
but but the word for scary is
oh,
kawaii.
yeah.
So she saw this like tourist with a baby and the baby's running around and she goes, "Oh, kawaii." So she called the baby scary. She meant to call the baby cute and like the tourist was like, "Hmm." And then I was just like, "No, she meant the other. I'm sorry, I'm sorry." So
That's so funny. Hey, but we got the meet and greet in
on
Japan,
just
August.
in August.
Kokusai. Kokusai. Mito and Grito. That's what they put.
Ooh, one more time, one more time.
Nope. Nope.
Now we'll replay it later.
Yeah, you'll see it later.
It will
But
be on YouTube for us to replay.
Mhm.
never mind. Couple episodes. Delete. But Sister Trisha, thank you for being here today with us. It was so wonderful to have you on the show, and thank you for teaching us about how you teach your 16
2 to 3
wonderful
wonderful
2 to 3 year old
in
children.
Hawaii Kai.
Some upcoming activities, just like our Kokusai Mito and Grito activity. You know, we have our, besides that, here in the District of Hawaii Pacific, on April 27th, we have our CFO Day and our band together. I know a lot of locals are practicing
Mm.
and they are renting instruments to do it. So I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Waipau, we're gonna practice every day. Along with that, let us continue to support our local activities. Carwin, Sister Janae, Sister Trisha, me, thank you. Besides that, that's all of the activities that we have right now. Closing, do you have any shout outs that you'd like to give?
Already shout out my locale.
Yeah, Kali. All right.
Holy.
You shouted out.
Oh, shout out to all the other teachers in the district.
Mm.
Shout out to, of course, or thank you, I guess, to Ka Erwin for being here and helping us. For Ka Roy for telling me to be here and promoting me and supporting me because I was very nervous when he asked. And also, yes, thank you, big thank you actually to Ka Jem and Ka Dor for not only watching po but commenting. Thank you po.
There you go. And before we end the show, Kawajin Kodahon says, Miss Trisha, 5 more mins, please, po. Hashtag Kali.
She's not
Everyone
gonna
say
let me
commenting
live that
down.
down.
Wow, whoa, whoa, oh, all of these people commenting down. Well, see you tomorrow,
Wow.
Sister Trisha, in worship service. Wow, all of these people are coming. This is live, right? This is
Oh wow, they're
live.
still commenting.
They're just
Yeah,
going.
we perform tomorrow morning,
Okay.
but Kalihi and the district shows. So
Yeah.
thank you po. And also, if you have Holy Supper, please go to sleep po. But thank
Mm.
you for watching.
There you go. Closing remarks. Special thanks to these wonderful people who allow us to have shows like these because we get to talk story. That's
Talk
the best
story.
thing. You know, when you stay in Hawaii, you just talk story. Now we get
Mhm.
to talk story to everyone around the world. Like
Mhm.
you saw the people from Hawaii. You saw the people from Philippines. Neighbor islands too. It's not just Oahu. You saw people from Canada. You see people from Japan who was commenting down too. Kador.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we see Ka Irwin because
He speaks pigeon.
he's from yeah he speaks pigeon. He's from the pigeon land. Yeah.
Oh, like the bird.
Like the bird.
bird that-
Okay.
Anyway.
But special thanks to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Special thanks as well to our CFO coordinator and CEBSI president, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo. A special thanks, just as Sister Trisha said, to our district supervising minister, Brother Jem H. Baitan, to our assistant district minister, Brother Adora Apostol, and our CFO overseer, Brother Israel Brandon Pacheco.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Paul. But we also want to say thank you to all of the ministers, ministerial workers, and their families here in the District of Hawaii Pacific for supporting us and showing love always to INCRadio Hawaii Pacific. Thank you for tuning in. We are way over time, but that was actually 5 minutes from our overtime time.
Nice.
So that's perfect. That was our 5 minutes. We'll see you next week. Goodbye and aloha.